What's up, you guys? Gage Scapegoat here, along with my boy Slim.
What's going on, you guys?
All right, and we're here with Nick Giles, who topped yet another regional with GKs. How's it going, man? How's it feel?
Good. Feels good.
Feels good? All right. You went X2 through 9 rounds, correct?
Yes.
You lost to Mermail, correct?
Yes.
And you just savaged everything else.
Well, for the most part, yeah. I went in game 3 a few times, but for most time I did pretty good, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into this list, man, because this is a crazy-ass list, so let's get into it.
All right. First, play 3 Fossil Dino.
So why 3 Dino?
Just because it's too good. It works with another card that I'm going to show you in the deck. We've had a lot of preparation. I've had a lot of help with Justin Persmersky and Desmond Family. We've all put a lot of time and effort into this deck throughout playtest and everything. Fossil Dino was standalone the strongest monster in the deck by itself.
I mean, like, we saw, like, people were playing Barrier Stun here today still, just because of how strong the card can be against the meta.
Yeah. So, next, I play 3 Recruiter, thin out the deck. It gets the engine going. Mm-hmm. Gets me this guy right here for the...
Double Commandant.
For the Necro Valley. I only play 2 because I don't want it to clog. Play 2 Heretic just because standalone against Paleos is really good. And anything else like Demise variants or anything else,
I mean, like
Necro
Heretic with back row, it's still just every bit as strong as it's always been.
And then I got 1 Assailant, 1 Descendant, just for names, a little bit more monsters, in case I might randomly need their effects.
I mean, Descendants kind of become your quasi-pudding cess. You don't need it as a main thing, but it's always nice to have.
Yes.
Nice to have the option.
Hold on one second.
Ow.
Those are all the monsters.
Those are all the monsters.
Where's Gravekeeper Spy?
No Spy.
Why no Spy? Tell the world why no Spy.
I feel like it's too slow at the current time being. On top of that, you just capitalize too much on Demise and Spy on your turn to where if I set it, I gotta wait a whole nother turn, and then if I draw Spy and Demise, or Spy, Demise, with Duality, then I gotta wait to activate it a whole nother turn again. And it's a card that sets yourself behind than it does to progress the game state.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, like we've all been talking about like just cutting Spies from our builds. Like, do you miss Spy at all?
I do not miss Spy at all.
And now, do you think with a slower format, do you think Spy can make a comeback?
Yes.
All right, but just so for now, though, it's gone. You're going to play more of a field control variant of GK then,
Yeah,
correct?
until then, Fossil Dino has completely fulfilled its place.
Oh, yeah. All right, so in spells?
I got 3 Carter Demise, just because it's my recovery play, or he gets my back row.
Do you think, now, to me, there's a difference between a stun deck that plays Demise and a Demise deck. Like, a Demise deck to me is like Klee Stun, where the second you take away Demise, it's done, the deck's dead. Now, do you think that GKs are a Demise deck or a stun deck?
A little bit of both, but I think without Demise, I think I would have a lot more trouble, and I don't think I would have topped today at all.
You don't think so?
So I would say it's a Demise deck, yes.
Okay.
3 Dualities, just to keep searching and digging for all the stuff that you end up needing.
This deck's shiny as fuck.
2 Necro Valleys, because I don't want to clog with the Demises. Or have it be dead for the 3rd for the Pendulum decks.
Have you ever really missed Necro Valley? Like, has it ever been a time where you're like, oh shit, I really need Necro, and I don't have it?
As far as today went, no, I never needed it. There was times where I needed it, but didn't draw it. But there was never a time to where I needed that 3rd one.
And but it's not Necrovalley.deck in this particular variant. You know, you have Dynas, you have other cards to stop your opponent.
Correct.
Okay.
With that Fossil Dino too, this right here, with Fossil Dino, this was MVP today.
Oh god.
This single-handedly, hands down, won me matches.
I was watching one of your matches, whatever, and you opened Dyna, Moonmirror, in back row against the guy. I thought I was watching Barrier Stun all over again.
I've probably opened that more today than I've opened any other card. I opened up them 2 combos. And that by itself is just too strong. The 1 over Gravekeeper for a board clearance. Dark Hole in case you lose the die roll, or another board clearance. Everything with Toads or anything else. Monsters aren't high attack, so it's just clear the board and then try to get my little guys out there.
Why just one Dark Hole? Why not 2?
Because 2 would have been an overkill, especially if I would have won the die rolls and I wanted to go first like I wanted to. 2 would have been to the point to where even if 1 would have got MST, Twin Twister, or Cyclone, I still had the 2nd one to follow up with it.
Okay.
1 of Upstart because, as you guys know from my previous profiles, I've been running over 40 throughout all my other decks, and Desmond and Justin both finally got me to cut down to 40, well 39 with the Upstart.
I think because you're playing like only 2 Commandant, only 2 Necro Valley, you're not playing Spy. Like, you're not playing these cards that clog nearly as easily. You don't need to go over 40.
Yes.
So All right, makes sense.
I play the one of Stealth,
Yeah.
and this is the last of the spells. This will probably come out today, just because I didn't really need it. I don't know what I'm gonna put in for it, but I know for sure that will not remain into the deck.
Okay. I had that same problem at Columbus, so I know what you mean.
As Justin was saying too about the spy question, is with that new trap virus card coming out as well. That could potentially be when spy comes back into play. He made a very good point with that.
Oh, that's also true. Because you
contribute off
defense,
the spy
right?
with the Necro Valley and then have it go off.
I think it would also just depend on how slow the format is. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So then traps.
Traps, triple strike because you want to negate everything.
Yeah.
2 stormings and 2 quakings.
Why 2 of both?
So I play the quakings to combo with the fossil dino. Fossil Dyna recognizes special summon monsters. It doesn't recognize stuff from the extra deck. So even if I were to set Dyna and Quaking their board, say it be Metal Foes or anything else, I can flip Fossil Dyna and pop everything. And then as far as the storming goes, it's almost the same thing, but a little bit better, just because everybody plays so much, goes into so much extra deck. It's almost like a Mirror Force, but stuff like the Metal Foes Ori Count guy, he gets a pop when he gets sent to graveyard, and the storming just puts him back to where you get to keep your field presence and you get to keep your Dyna.
Oh, something I forgot to ask you about Dyna. Is there ever a point though where like your opponent, like let's say you have Dyna protected or whatever, was there ever a point where they summon a monster, they got over your back or they summon a monster, attacked over Dyna, and like just kind of went off from there?
Yes.
How do you prepare for that, or how do you handle that?
Just trying to draw more of the back row and stay consistent with drawing and pile shuffling all the time and everything else. With the Moon Mirror Shields is another thing that the Moon Mirror Shield helps you for when you don't have the trap cards.
Okay.
2 Starlight Roads. Gage had me playing Dark Bribes for a long time. I ended up taking those out today because I got tired of letting my opponent draw a card. It's still a good card. I will not put Dark Bribe down ever. It's won me matches and games as well. Starlight Road,
just because the format's more linear though.
Right, that, and I'm able to special summon another protection. So if they Twin Twister, which I pulled it off a few times, but with Twin Twister, or there was one time somebody had tried to Regeki my board, my buddy Andy from Locals, and my Starlight Road came in handy and it won me the game.
Okay.
Torrential, just because on this, Gage was watching
tell
me
the
earlier.
stories.
So there's so many instances with Torrential Tribute against round 2. I played against Yosenju Kaiju. I duality'd into it, and he knew I had it. I just acted like I forgot to set it, and then he went off, summoned 4 monsters, and I Torrential'd on the last one. I proceeded to beat him down with Heretic.
Tell me the Blue Eyes story.
Round 8 out of 9, I was playing Blue Eyes. I acted like I didn't have a response to back row. I acted like I didn't have anything. He summoned his alternative, went off with alternative, popped everything, did damage. Then he went into Galaxy Soldiers. I acted like I still didn't have anything. As soon as he put that second Galaxy Soldier on board, this guy from Team Jobber, very cool guy. And I torrented his board, and after that, he had absolutely nothing to recover from that.
Would you say it's your MVP outside of Demise?
No, Dyna and Moon Mirror Shield.
Fair enough.
Compulse, it's chainable, clears, again, it clears the extra deck. The extra deck is very strong lately and everything else.
Yep.
Warning, because it's warning. Bottomless, I was very back and forth about this card, but the more summons that I could stop with Metal Foes or any other deck like ABC if they go into A, or the Gold Driver for Metal Foes, the stuff that they can single-handedly normal summon to beat over my Fossil Dyna, this would protect that. Mm-hmm. Also play Interruptions if they Metal Foes Fusion. I don't have to waste my warning on that to the point to where when they bring the Fusion out, then I can get rid of the monster itself without sending it to the graveyard. And then the one of Vanity's Emptiness. I had this against, a local named Andy. This standalone made him, we kept playing, and I won by deck out game 1.
Do you ever have, during the tournament, Necro, Heretic, and Emptiness in play?
Yes. The one time I ended up having Necro Valley Recruiter, Moon Mirror Shield, and Vanity's Emptiness up. But and it was against a Mermail player, but he was able to Regeki my Recruiter still in main phase 1 after he revealed the Megalo. Oh. So then he proceeded to OTK from there. The extra deck is pretty standard.
Yep.
Cowboy, Dweller, Diamond Dyer, Heartland Draco, Castell, 101, Beetle for the Vanity's Lock. This because of Chain Burn. Dark Rebellion in case of situations. You have to play the Utopia combo. Gemini Pearl because that's like my absolute zero for what Gage does. And then my 2 Stardust Dragons for the Starlight Roads.
Have you gotten both off this tournament?
I'm sorry?
Did you get both off this tournament?
I've only been able to summon 1.
Oh, okay.
What have you made out of the whole tournament? Have you made any of those extra deck monsters?
The extra deck monsters that I have made would be I've cowboyed 1 time. Other than that, I have not made a single XYZ today.
You don't really need to. Like, just your deck seems like a statue.
Just there if you need it.
Yep.
Alright, side deck.
And then this is the side deck. So I have 2 Rosphere modes. This is against Toads, against Kieran Metal Foes going second. Or
DDDs?
Or DDDs if they put out the Crystal Wing, Hope Harbinger, and the Siegfried. 2 Ghost Ogres. This will clear off the Metal Foes, clears off DDDs with their the spell card that activates or anything else.
I mean, if ABCs try to tag out, do you put that in for that situation?
I do not. I didn't play against any ABC today. I was very pleased with not playing against an ABC today, but I don't think that I would have put in Ghost Ogres. There was one time where I had put Ghost Ogre, Snow Rabbit in attack mode with Moon Mirror Shield because I demised into it, so and they were forced to Dark Hole just the Ghost Ogre. 2 MSTs, Anti-Spell Hate, if people were to side in Royal Decree or something like that. This really helped out with Paleos. I forced their traps on my turn and then Regeki'd and banished them. Also Scales if they're top decking. The 3rd Dark Hole because when you know that you're going second, you want to make sure that that board is cleared. You want to clear that board and put Dinah on board as fast as you can. Debunk, again, this was Justin's idea. He said the debunks were because of the DDDs for the slime reveals. It also works against Mermails, but I never got to use the debunk at all today.
You just didn't have any luck with Mermail today, did you?
I do not.
It is what it is.
And I never, ever have any luck with Mermail. Anti-Spell, again, it won me a match against Pendulums, against Metal Foes, just because it stops the whole mechanic itself. Another card I didn't get to play today, Seal Drain, which I still would like to keep in here and test it out. This is more against the DDDs as well, because if everything goes into the extra deck. So this just basically stops everything that they try to do. The main thing that this stops that I have a problem with is that the heavy storm on their standby phase.
Would you put this in against Mermail?
The skill drain.
It's kind of back and forth in that.
I would, but I wouldn't. I would prefer to do the sphere modes because they're gonna go off if you make them go first. They're gonna go off, and then if you draw the sphere mode, then it's good. Okay. And then the last card I have for the side is 3 Typhoons for going second against Metal Foes as well. I was prepping more against Metal Foes and DDDs today. I played 0 DDDs, and I played 2 Metal Foes. My matchups today were round 1. Round 1, I went Metal Foe 2-1. Yosenju Kaiju, I went 2-0. Paleo, I went 2-1. I played an undefeated hat deck round 4. That was 2-0. Mermails was my first loss in round 5. I went 1-2. Dark Lords, that was the Fossil Dina, 2-1 win. Metal Foes was 2-1 win. Blue Eyes was 2-1 win, again because of Fossil Dina and Moon Mirror Shield, but Moon Mirror Shield had no part of that. It was just straight Fossil Dina. And then my last round was against Vince in Mermails. I got 2-0'd. He put out Triple Toad first turn. I didn't stand a single chance for that. I didn't see a sphere mode, and that was all she wrote.
All right, man. Well, we're proud of you. Congratulations, repping GKs, man, here in 2017. What would you change about the deck outside of the Stell?
Just the Stell mainly, as far as the main deck goes. The side deck, I would probably test something else, maybe besides the Ghost Ogres. And I'm still unsure about the debunk, but I think with DDD's rising, I think debunk is still pretty good.
And do you think that you're going to change this deck a lot when Zodiacs become legal?
Yeah, it will be a big meta change to the point where I will have to change some to probably maybe most stuff, but I don't think it'll be that big of drastic to the main deck. I think it might be to the side deck.
Okay. All right, well, congratulations, man.
I would like to give a few shout-outs, if that's all right.
Yeah.
First, I would like to give a shout-out to Gage for having me on his channel, and Slim for having me.
Always.
Second, I would like to give a shout out to my team, Victimless Crime, Justin Przmyrski helping out with the deck, Desmond family helping out with the deck, and then the support from my family and my wife. I couldn't be here without all friends and family. Couldn't be here without them.
Absolutely, man. So again, congratulations.
2017 playing GKs.
And then
Yeah.
All graveyards
my
matter.
buddy Desmond made the shirt. It says all graveyards matter on the front.
Show the back.
And then the back.
Family right here. Yep.
All right, man. So that's it. And as Slim would say, thumbs the video, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.